All right, that is it. I have had enough of the conversation of how do you go about email outreach. I have done so many videos on this topic, and I truly thought that all those videos combined, obviously I talk about different aspects in each video, I thought that all of those combined would help you guys specifically write the perfect emails to your clients, but I still get hit with a question. And so in this video, I am putting an end to all of it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do more email outreach videos on the channel, but truly this is gonna be the only email outreach video you're ever gonna need. It's a bold claim, and you can see I'm fired up, but seriously, I'm going to break down the exact psychology that goes into the best converting email outreach scripts in the world, right? It's exactly what I use. It's what I built all of my email scripts off of, right? The psychology behind it, the structure behind it, and the reasoning behind that specific structure. It's how I built all of my email scripts. And I'm also at the end of this video going to give you 2 exact real life scripts that you can literally use. Now, I do not recommend you using them word for word because thousands and thousands of people are going to be watching this video. So if everybody uses it, it's going to lose its weight. It's not going to be as effective. But if you use the psychology and the understanding and the concept that goes into building those exact emails, then you're going to be very, very successful with your email outreach. I promise you, this is going to be the only video that you're going to have to watch on email outreach in terms of having the perfect structure and scripting your email scripts. Now, guys, this is a big video, okay? I'm gonna be covering a lot, and I'm gonna be giving a lot away as well. Like literally, this is how I get my clients through email outreach. This exact structure is what goes into them. Yes, it may not be the word for word scripts, but this is how I've came up with the word for word scripts. It's based off of this structure, right? And so please give this video a like. I know I always say it, but truly this video, I personally think more than deserves it. I'm giving a lot away, so just take the split second that it does take to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. It massively helps out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, let's put an end to the question of how can you get clients using email outreach. So what I'm going to talk about, I've kind of already touched on it, is I'm not going to go through sequences, you know, email 1, you want to say this, email 2, you do this, email 3, because to be honest, follow-up emails, they're very important actually. They're very, very important, but the structure of them isn't as important as the initial email. The initial email is the cold ad, right? Facebook ads and email marketing is so tightly interconnected, it's ridiculous. I was actually on a private one-to-one consulting call the other day with a student. He's doing amazingly well, actually, as a byproduct of that consulting call, and we was talking about the connection between Facebook ads and email outreach, and you know, he couldn't believe how closely tied they were, and it's very, very true. Your initial email for your email outreach is the top of funnel cold ad, right? Your initial email is the hardest to convert. Top of funnel cold audiences with Facebook ads or any advertising medium, it's the hardest to convert. But because you've got a strong funnel in the back end, meaning you're retargeting ads for middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, you have different offers, you have different this and that, because that's so well constructed, your ad account overall has a really good ROAS, and the exact same idea gets applied to email outreach, right? Your initial email, it's very hard to convert somebody off of that initial email. It can be done. I do it. A myriad of Quantum Leap Ecom Agency students do it. Obviously, Centurion Agency students are killing it with it, right? But it's very, very hard. Whereas your retargeting ads, it's, you know, that's where the ROAS always increases, which bumps up the ad account ROAS overall. And it's the exact same thing with email outreach. Your email 2, 3, 4, your follow-up emails, your bump emails always convert best. They're the ones where people start to bite, because then, you know, they already know you, they know who you are, so now you can touch on different stuff which resonates with them more, which gets them to take action. Okay, so follow-up emails, yeah, there's stuff that goes into it, but it's a lot easier to make those work than it is the first one. So in this video, I want to break down the hardest part of email outreach, which is that first email. So let's get into the structure. Okay guys, so this is it, right? This is everything that goes into the highest converting email outreach sequences. It's what I use, it's what I teach inside of the program. I'm giving it away to you guys for absolute free right here, right now. This is it. I'm not holding anything back. Contextual opener. Heighten the pain, offer the solution, provide the CTA. If you can get this down packed, you are never, ever going to have any issue signing any client at any point in your agency. You send 100 emails, you get 5 meetings, you have a 20 to 40% close rate, you get 1 to 2 clients every single time. If you can get this, structure down packed to perfection, you can do that with 100% certainty, right? Send 100 emails, get 5 meetings. have a 20 to 40% close rate, 1 to 2 clients signed, done. That's it. You just keep doing that. If you want to scale, you send 200 instead of 100, right? And it all stems from this structure right here. So let's discuss each section because it's super, super important that you get this deeply down packed. So first things first, we've got the contextual opener, right? The contextual opener eases the prospect into your email, right? That's what it does. It eases them into your email. If you outright in your email, the first line is work with me and my agency, you're not going to sign anyone. You're not going to convert anybody. You need to, slowly but surely work your way towards asking them if they would like to work with your agency, asking them if they would like to become a client. Obviously you don't ask directly, but you get my point, right? So that's what the contextual opener does. It eases the prospect into your email. It enables them to instantly resonate with you. That's another thing that's very, very powerful about a contextual opener. It enables the prospect to instantly resonate with yourself and the email because the contextual opener is 100% centered around the specific prospect that you're reaching out to. That's why number one, it enables you to ease the prospect into your email because it's centered around them. It's what they do. It's their business. It's them as a person, whatever it is. So, that alone eases them into the email. And then also enables them to instantly resonate with yourself and your agency because you are talking about them, right? So they have a vested interest into you now because you've talked about them in the opener. It's contextual and whatnot. So that is the opener. That's the perfect opener that you can use within your email outreach because of those reasons. That's all you want in your opener, right? You don't want to sell a client in the opener. There's no point. It's not going to work because they don't know you, trust you, or even know how you can help them on the highest level. There's no point trying to do that in the first line. You've got to ease them in. You've got to gain their respect, their trust, and you've got to talk about stuff that's going to resonate with them because if it doesn't resonate with them and they're not interested, they're not going to keep reading. So that means that they're not going to get to the sale aspect of your email or the CTA ideally, right? So they're never going to take action. Whereas if you can hook them in, you've got their interest, you've got their respect, you've got their trust, and the email resonates with them, they're going to want to read more. And as they read more, they're going to end up getting to the CTA, and that's where they're going to take action. If they don't get to the CTA, they're never going to take action, right? Next, we've got heighten pain. Now, heightening the prospect pain sets you up for an easy solution plus CTA. CTA standing for call to action, right? People only take action when they feel something. Meaning, if the prospect is very neutral towards your email, then there'll be no reason whatsoever for them to take action. If a prospect reads your email and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Why are they then going to take action? Why are they then going to book in a 45-minute call with you to discuss taking things a bit further? They're just not. It's, if they don't feel anything, there's no reason for them to take action, right? So by heightening their pain, you're going to inject feeling into them. You're going to inject pain into them so that that they feel something, so that then, as I said before, it sets you up for your solution plus CTA. It sets you up to ask them to do X, Y, and Z, whatever your CTA is, and that they're going to take action because they feel something, because you've injected that into them. You've made them feel pain, okay? Now, conversely, if they feel, I kind of went ahead of myself there. I apologize. I'm getting a bit excited, a bit heated. I apologize, guys. I need to calm down, right? Conversely, if they feel pain, then they'll want to alleviate that pain. That's the whole goal. You want to make your prospect feel pain so that they then want to alleviate that pain. Now, in order for them to alleviate the pain in this situation, it's for them to take action on your CTA. That's why you can have such high conversion rates, right? Now, when you conduct your emails correctly, you'll be able to create the pain and then provide a solution to that pain. This is how you can sell anyone on a meeting. That's it, right? If you can do this, guys, you can sell anyone on a meeting, but simply because you have control, right? If you can create the pain, then you're always going to be able to get a meeting with somebody because you can create the pain and then you can position your solution as a median for them to alleviate that pain that you've created. And then from there, they'll book in a call, right? It's as simple as that. And if you can do that, that's why I said before, right? If you get this down packed, you are going to have no issue with email outreach. I'm getting really excited right now because it's so easy to get clients if you can do this. If you can do this, it's game over. And this is why I'm putting more focus on the structure and the psychology behind the emails opposed to the physical word for word emails, because you can use the word for word emails and they're going to work for a little bit, but just like ads, again, going back to the correlation between Facebook ads and emails, just like ads, you could have an amazing ad that converts at a 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 ROAS, no matter what ad set you put it in, no matter what ad or audience you pair it with. You can have an ad that routinely performs at a 10 ROAS, but inevitably that ad is going to fatigue, right? Inevitably, it's going to happen whether it's 6 months, 12 months, 4 years, or 4 weeks. It doesn't matter. There's going to be a point in time where that ad fatigues. And so if you only used that ad, you never really understood what went into that ad, then you're only going to be successful for 4 years, 12 months, 6 months, 4 weeks, whatever, however long it takes for that ad to die out. As soon as that ad dies out, what are you going to do then? Well, you can't do anything because you don't know how to create good ads. However, if you understand the psychology that went into that ad, forget the ad itself, understand what made the ad super successful, then it doesn't matter when it dies out because you know exactly, okay, I need to do X, Y, and Z. Perfect. Here's another amazingly high converting ad. Done deal. And now you can let that one run and you can build more, and then that's how you can scale ad accounts. It's the same thing with email outreach, right? If you understand, then the scripts that I'm going to give you here in a minute, or the examples I should say that I'm going to go through here in a minute, they're only going to work for a certain amount of time, right? But who really cares if you know how to create amazingly converting email scripts every single time because you understand the psychology? It doesn't matter because you're always going to have high converting email sequences because you know how to create them, right? You know what goes into them behind the scenes. So next thing is offer solution, right? So we've just created the pain in our prospect. Now we need to offer a solution. Now that you've just heightened the prospect's pain, you want to provide a solution / remedy to that pain, right? And of course, this solution is your agency's bold claim / your big promise. If you heighten the prospect's pain and then give them a solution to that pain, and that solution / offer is irresistible, it's game over, right? If you create pain, I know I sound like a broken record here, I apologize, but just listen to me, okay? You create the pain. Obviously, as a remedy to that pain, in order to alleviate that pain, you then provide a solution. And that solution itself is obviously your offer, right? That offer is irresistible, meaning there's no way in the world that a client would say no to that offer. It's harder for them to say no than it is for them to say yes to your offer, right? That's what an irresistible offer is. If that's the case, it's game over. It's done. It's over. It's over. You've won, okay? You have won. And that's just the true reality behind getting this stuff down packed, right? This is how you can have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10% meeting book rates with your emails. This is it. And now you just need to focus on getting it down packed. And then once you've got it down packed, then you can focus on volume, right? And then, as I say, it's game over at that point. And so that's what you want to do for the solution sector. Heighten the pain, and then provide as a remedy to that pain that you've just created. Position your solution / offer as the remedy, I should say, and ensure that that solution / offer is irresistible. And if it is, it's done. You've won, okay? You've won. And then from there, what you want to do is obviously go ahead and provide the CTA. So the CTA is all about enabling the prospect to initiate a process that will enable them to gain access to the solution that you've just laid out for them. Remember, you want your solution to be irresistible. And so if it is irresistible, then you're going to create a desire for the client or the prospect at that point. They're going to want to take action on the solution, right? Or the offer that you've just laid out. Not only because it's irresistible, but also because they feel so much pain right now. They want to alleviate that pain. The way that they alleviate that pain is by, taking action on your offer. So they're going to want to, right? So that reasoning, right? They want to alleviate the pain, coupled with the fact that it's irresistible, they're going to be like, oh my God, I need to take action. What do I do? What do I do? Right? And so all you need to do then, it just sets up the CTA perfectly because you just tell them, okay, do X, Y, and Z, and that's how you're going to get this offer. Basically, right? In so many words, you don't say directly like that, but you get my point. So you want to make your CTA so clear that a 3-year-old could take action, okay? Leave nothing as a guessing game. You want to make your offer so incredibly clear that a 3-year-old could read it, right? And understand it, and they could take action themselves, right? You don't want to have any friction whatsoever. You don't want to say, do this, jump through this hoop, do a backflip over here, front flip on this trampoline, jump on this roof, and then send me an email. Nobody's going to take action, right? Unfortunately, no matter how irresistible your offer is, to be honest, if it is ridiculously irresistible, people probably are going to start doing backflips. But you get my point, right? You just want to make it so ridiculously easy for them. There's no extra steps that are unnecessary or anything like that. Just make it as easy as a 3-year-old could understand, and that's it. Your conversion rates are going to be ridiculously high. So now I want to, because I know theory and reality is often very different, and it's often once you understand the theory and you go to a real life situation, it's actually not as easy as you thought. So I wanted to show you some real life scripts that I actually created using this formula. Now bear in mind, and this is another reason why I do not recommend you use these scripts word for word, because I literally, before I recorded this video, obviously this is free content for YouTube, I literally just quickly wrote out in one draft 2 email scripts, right? I just wrote it out once and I did another one, and that was it. I didn't really deeply ensure that it was perfect on every level, which is another reason why you should not use these scripts, because they can be a lot better. You can make them a lot better by leveraging this structure that I've just talked about, but it's going to help you and it's going to give you an idea. So let me go through that. Okay, so this is it right here. These are the scripts. So remember the following though, right? So I'm actually going to leave a link to this plug and play below this video so you can access it and do what you want. Just when you come onto it, just come up to here, go in the top left hand corner and go file and go make a copy, and then you'll be able to just make a copy, save it to where you want it to go to, and then you'll be able to edit it yourself and whatnot. But this is a really good plug and play. Just always remember the following, because this is how you're this is what's going to enable you to create your own scripts, right? These are really, these are scripts that have been built off the back of this. But as I said, it's if everybody uses it, they're not going to be as effective. Plus, it only took me, I literally reckon it took me probably 5 minutes to create both of these email scripts. So I didn't put much thought into it. I really just, it's just an example. Okay, so email 1, let's have a read through. I loved you on podcast name. Given you run your own ecom brand, you were one of my favorite guests. Once I listened to you detail, and then obviously you want to talk about a specific section out of the podcast, it prompted me to check out and then enter in the person's brand, right? That right there is the contextual opener, okay? Somebody reads this and they have just been on, say, Joe Rogan, for example. It's one of the only podcasts I know. It's one of the only ones that I listen to. So let's say they was on Joe Rogan. I loved you on Joe Rogan. That's instantly going to perk them up because they know they was just on Joe Rogan, right? And given you run your own ecom brand, you're one of my favorite guests. Again, that helps, kind of ties in with the personalization. It ties in with the fact that you actually listen to it as well. And then, once I listen to you detail a specific section out of the podcast, whatever it was, again, that's going to help them see that you're being genuine. You just didn't see the thumbnail and be like, oh, he was on Joe Rogan. Like, it's like, no, you actually listen to it, right? From there, we talk, obviously then from there, we go into heightening the pain, right? So after hearing you touch on how well entering brand name is doing, I was deeply shocked to see you have no Facebook or Instagram ads running as of yet. To really ramp up from, current monthly rev, again, that's obviously information that you ought to pull from the podcast if this was the situation. Yet to really ramp up from, say, 50,000 a month to enter in monthly rev you feel that you could generate. So if you feel that you could take them from 50 to 200, then say that, right? I was deeply shocked to see you have no Facebook or Instagram ads as of yet to really ramp up from 50K a month to 200K a month, right? That's going to heighten their pain. They're going to be like, oh, really? Like Facebook and Instagram ads can do that for me? That's going to heighten their pain, and it may even start to make their palms sweat, and that's good. Okay, that is good, because now again you're enabling yourself to set yourself up for an easy solution plus offer, which is obviously what we talked about in the previous keynote slide, right? And then you want to, you can touch on yourself. I'm Kai Bax and I run Bax Consulting, which is an ecom marketing agency that adds an extra 1 to 5 million per year to our clients' bottom line, blah, blah, blah. Most ecom founders don't realize how powerful Facebook and Instagram ads really are. 2 of our clients, client A and client B, were in your exact same position, not running any ads, and now they are at, client A's rev, client B's rev, respectively. So that's going to tie in with heightening their pain, because they're now going to have a huge feeling of FOMO, fear of missing out, right? And so they're going to feel that pain. They're going to start to, their palms are going to sweat, and they're going to be, okay, there's a lot of money being left on the table right now. These 2 other brands were in exactly how I am right now. They started to leverage this, and now they're doing this. Oh my God, I need to get onto it, right? It's going to heighten their pain, right? And what this here can do as well is serve also as a solution, because look, most ecom founders don't realize how powerful Facebook and Instagram ads really are. So it shows that you run these, right? And you're an expert in these. 2 of our clients, client A and client B, if these are notable brands, then that's also going to help your case. And also talking about their revenue is further going to help your case and really drill home the point that you are an expert and that your solution is just ridiculously valuable for e-commerce brands. And that is exactly what this person, of course, is, right? They own an e-com brand. So this can help serve as a solution, because you've just heightened their pain here, talking about you're deeply shocked that you have no Instagram or Facebook ads running as of yet. And you can easily basically take them from 50K a month to 200K a month, for example. And you've done that here, and you can do that. So you've heightened their pain here, and now you've alleviated that pain by talking about these other brands that you've done the exact same thing for. And now they're like, okay, this person can actually help me go from 50K to 200K, right? And then obviously it's just a simple CTA from that point onwards. If you're interested in seeing how we can implement these same results for you and enter in the brand name, right? If you're interested in seeing how we can implement these same results for you and enter in brand name, I'd love to hop on a quick 15-minute call to do so. Let me know what your schedule looks like this week. That's it, okay? Kai Bax, founder, Bax Consulting. This link right here in Outreach, right? Obviously, Quantum Leap Ecom Agency students use the plug and play funnel that I give you inside of the program. But this link, right, is vital in Outreach. because this goes to your website funnel. And as I say, if you're in the Quantum Leap Ecom Agency program, use the plug and play template funnel that I give you in the program to build your own funnel, because and start using it in outreach, because you'll find that a lot of the time what these prospects will do, they'll read your email and it will pique their interest. They'll be like, oh, okay, interesting, blah, blah, blah. This person sounds like he could really help. You've heightened their pain, you've offered the solution. They feel like they need to take action, but sometimes they want to find out a little bit more about yourself, your brand, or your business, what you do and whatnot. And so by entering in that link, what that's going to do is going to take them to your website. But remember, obviously, again, for those of you in the Quantum Agency program, you guys know I don't like websites. And so what I made my website and the funnel that I give you guys in there do is, yes, it's a website, but it's a funnel. It serves a purpose. And so I don't care if they click away from the email and they go into my website, because I know that funnel, that website funnel, is going to pick them up and they're going to book in a call, because that is the purpose of that funnel. And that's exactly what it does. So they're going to go to your website, they're going to read more about you, but they're going to go down the funnel, and at the bottom there's a place for them to book in the call. And you actually find that oftentimes more people book through that funnel that I give you inside of the program than they do actually directly out of your email. And to be honest, I don't really care where they book in the call, as long as they do. And so you just need to make sure on your end that you're doing everything that you can in order to get that booked call, and that's what that link at the end does. So that's email 1, right? And let's have a look at another example. And by the way, guys, these can be so much better. Like if you take an hour, 2 hours, or even an entire day to craft emails that have this psychology behind them, you're going to do amazingly well. You're going to do a lot better than these emails could ever do, but you get my point for doing these, okay? Next, we've got email 2. So name, I was reading your enter in article name, which I found through Source. Okay, and I honestly loved your approach to team management, so much so that I've actually recently implemented a few tactics into my agency. So by referencing the article name, that again is going to pique their interest. Well, to be honest, first things first, you saying the person's name directly is going to pique their interest. Then this section here where you enter in the article name, that is further then going to pique their interest. And then once you talk about the source of it, again, that's going to add to their interest. It's going to be that contextual opener that you need. And then once you touch on the topic of it, that's kind of going to drill it home. And then if you can even relay a little bit about what they talked about or something like that, a bit more specific into the actual article, from a deep perspective of the article or of the podcast or of whatever it is, again, that's just going to really drill home that contextual opener. And that's how you hook them. And now they're hooked. Okay. And this is actually a pretty playful / smart approach in terms of the transition. Okay, so much so that I've recently implemented a few tactics into my agency. Now, on the topic of my agency, my name is Kai Bax and I run Bax Consulting, which is an e-com marketing agency that adds an extra 1 to 5 million per year to our clients' bottom line. Now, after reading through your article, I took a deep dive into enter in the brand name and how you guys are attacking paid advertising. I was mind blown to see that you've built such an amazing brand whilst running no paid traffic whatsoever. This means you are losing a mind-boggling amount of money due to the lack of your brand being ubiquitous, as well as capturing market share over your competitors, which you could quite easily do, right? Again, that is that heightening pain. That's where you're really going to start to make their palms sweat and whatnot. Now, if you're interested in seeing how we can quickly add an extra 50 to 100K per month to your bottom line in 6 months or less, I'd love to hop a quick 15-minute call to do so. Let me know what your calendar looks like this week. Again, signing off, Kai Bax, founder, baxconsulting.com. Again, as you guys know, that link is vital. If you're in the Quantum Agency program, use the plug and play funnel I give you inside of the program. So guys, that's it. That is how you construct the highest converting email outreach sequences. That is it right there. I basically just laid everything out on the table, right? That is what you need to do. And those 2 email scripts, if you like, that I quickly wrote, again, I really, really urge you to not use those because I deeply believe that you can do better than those. It didn't take me long, but you can see it play out in there with the heightening pain, focusing on heightening the pain, and then obviously positioning your solution in a way that is going to really alleviate that pain and making sure that solution sounds irresistible and truly is irresistible, right? You can obviously see on that last one when I talked about add an extra 50 to 100K per month to your bottom line in 6 months or less. That's a pretty strong headline. It's a pretty eye-grabbing headline, and also it's quite irresistible, I would say. Adding 50 to 150K per month to your bottom line in 6 months or less. That's a strong headline. And so not only is it kind of irresistible, but also it's a remedy for the pain that you've just created, right? So I hope you can see how that plays out, the contextual opener, and how that works and why we need to do what I'm talking about in here. As I said before, I'm going to link that document down below in the description so that you can always have access to it. Simply just go file, make a copy, and it's yours. You can edit it, change it, do what you want to it. And yeah, with that being said, guys, that is it. That is what goes into the highest converting emails that you can ever write, both on outbound prospecting which is outreach, and also inbound, right? Once you start getting to the higher levels of running your agency, Centurion agency students and whatnot, when we start running paid traffic and we really start to inject a severe amount of traffic into our top of funnel stuff, you obviously at that point then you start to collate leads, and you start to have your, your weekly emails that you send out multiple times a week. And even those emails as well, it's the same structure, right? Both on outbound prospecting and inbound emails, it's the same idea, right? You want to always create pain. But to be honest, whether it's in emails or VSLs or ads or whatever it is, you always want to create pain and position your solution as a remedy to alleviate that pain. And also you obviously want to ensure that that solution is additionally irresistible. And once it is, you can convert anyone, you can reach out to anybody and essentially get a meeting booked with, I wouldn't say 100% of people, right? You're not going to send 100 emails and get 100 meetings booked, but you're definitely going to go from 100 emails sent and 1 meeting booked to like 100 emails sent and 5, 6, 7 meetings booked, right? You've got the potential to get 10, 15 meetings booked, to be honest, if you get it severely down packed. And if you do, guys, it's really game over at that point. And that's how you win an email outreach. So I deeply hope that this brought a lot of value to you, and really it just puts an end to your worry of how to construct and write the best possible outreach emails. And if it did do that, just that, I would love it if you could take a split second out of your day to smash the like button and to subscribe to the channel. I'm posting crazy content like this all the time, at least 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. And yeah, I don't want you to miss out on it. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. And of course, if you found value in this video, again, smash the like button. And with that being said, I will see you in the next video.